5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm pretty sure we're live.
We have to be live by now, or you saw all of that. Who knows? Anyways, welcome back to what we're now officially calling RichCast. I'm your host, RichAlvarez, and with me, as always, is Chris.
That's me, Chris Muller. Thanks for tuning in on this wonderful 4th of July for all of our American viewers. And anybody else who wants to celebrate, too.
I was going to say that, Chris.
I beat you to it.
Happy Fireworks Day to all of our American friends, and for everybody who's not an American friend, then you can celebrate by doing whatever you do on a fine Tuesday afternoon.
And hopefully it includes barbecuing and letting off fireworks.
Or some variation. Anyways, it is Tuesday. It feels weird that it's here in this country, it's a federal holiday, so like nobody goes to work or anything. And so it's just funny that it's like a random Tuesday in the middle of the week. But we thought we'd do RichCast today. Like I said in the last podcast, we are going to try to make these at least a weekly thing. I know we're a few days late on making it a weekly thing, but we thought since we had the day off today, might as well be today. Also, I was busy during the week. So there goes that. Special thanks to all of our fans that have joined us in the chat today. I see Skitters. I see Kevin Chamberlain. I see AK, Nacho Taco. I see Son Goku, and that's it right
Tempest
now.
Moon.
Oh, Tempest Moon.
And Coleman Chu.
All right. We have, Chris, you want to explain what we're about to look at here?
So we have a few things we're going to cover today. We're going to look at some fan art. We're going to look at a new song that came out that we parodied a long time ago. And then we're going to watch the newest Smosh sketch. So it should be a fun time. So to start off, let me show you guys some really cool fan art that just came out. If you follow us on Twitter, you might have already seen this. Let me just full screen it. Okay. Here
and if you don't follow us on Twitter, isn't it about time?
I know, right?
Chris, what are you doing over there?
My mouse like double or triple clicked. It was kind of weird. Anyway, so this is from Vinny, who goes by Dingity Dingus. And Vinny made some really, really, really cool fan art that we tweeted out a few weeks ago. In fact, it was almost a month ago, but I wanted you all to see it because this is awesome. It captures the full nostalgia of the Mario Bros. At the mailbox.
I feel like it's pretty close to like the Mario and Luigi RPG series, like Superstar Saga. At least the look of the Mario Brothers, but obviously it's them at the mailbox from Stupid Mario Brothers. What does he want this time? Very nostalgic, very cool. I don't remember a like white Tesla ever coming up upon the mailbox, but hey, one can dream.
That's fun.
Anyway, so that's cool. Very good job, Diggity Dingus.
We'll call him Vinny.
Okay,
Vinny's their yeah. Anyway, very good. I like this. So yeah, follow us on Twitter, and if you tweet fan art at us, we might like it, and we just might react to it. So there you go. All right, so back to us.
Says that must have been me driving by.
That's funny. Also, I did want to give a quick shout out to AK because AK is a RichAlvarez member. Thank you, AK, for joining us on the stream, and thank you for being a member.
And Chris just wanted to show off that this time we set up comments properly, and we can actually display comments on the screen.
That too, we did it right this time. And by the way, we're calling it RichCast because we're gonna sort of kind of make this podcast. So we called it Rich Reacts last time, but we settled on RichCast.
Well, we came up with the name RichCast
actually like
forever ago, and then we forgot about it, and now I turned on my laptop for the first time in months, and I opened up OBS, and I had like that whole animation with the lightning that was like RichCast, and I was like, oh, someday we'll use that.
Or not.
It was really cool, or not, whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll watch it anyway.
Okay, so next up, we keep an eye out on the comments on our YouTube channel and videos that tend to spike in views. And one of our videos from several years ago, Games Are One Desire, all of a sudden totally spiked in views. A lot of people were searching it, and a lot of people were leaving comments saying, I watched the new video by Fall Out Boy, and it reminded me to come back and watch your guys' version. So, just to recap, We Didn't Start the Fire is a video that Billy Joel made in the 1989. We made a parody called Games Are One Desire in, I think, 2008. Yeah, 2008.
Something like that.
And then Fall Out Boy, they made a version in 2023 and where they basically did a recap of like the newer events that happened. So what we're going to do, here's the plan. We're going to watch the original Billy Joel, We Didn't Start the Fire. Then we're going to watch the Fall Out Boy version. And then we're going to end by watching our version, Games Are One Desire.
That's right.
This is copyrighted music, so there is a small chance that our stream might get muted. And if that happens, we'll start a new stream. I think it's safe if it's on YouTube, but we're going to find out. So if we disappear, it means that the YouTube copyright overlords finally got us. Oh, and by the way, since there are 28 of you watching, be sure to give this a big thumbs up because that feeds the YouTube algorithm.
All right.
All right. With that said, we're going to go ahead and jump in. I got to show this. Oh. May the 4th of July be with you. Very nice.
Very nice. Yes.
All right. So here we go. So this is We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. And I've got the closed captions.
There's just no better way to show off your independence. Just not caring.
So with that said, here we go. And it goes to the decades, right? This is probably
Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio, Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, Television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Rosenberg, H-Bomb, Sugar Ray, Panmon, John Brando, the King and I, and the Catcher in the Rye, Eisenhower, backseat, England's got a new queen, Marciano, Liberace, satire, and goodbye. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, no, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. Joseph Stalin, Alan Cobb, Nasser and Prokofiev, Rockefeller, Campanella, Communist Bloc, Roy Cohn, Juan Perón, Toscanini, Dacron, Din, Food Balls, rock around the clock. Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's got a winning team, Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland, Bardo, Budapest, Alabama, Khrushchev, Princess Grace, Peyton Place, trouble in the Suez. We didn't start the fire.
I think that last one was the 60s, maybe? Oh, never mind.
I think it was supposed to be the early 60s.
Okay.
He's not doing it like Deadly Precision. There's like
eras, yeah.
This would be like late 60s.
Yeah, I see the psychedelic stuff.
Which is my favorite time for music.
Space Monkey Mafia, Hula Hoops, Castro, Ed's a no-go. U2, Sigmund Reed, Paola and Kennedy, Chubby Checker, Psycho, Belgians and the Congo. We didn't start the fire.
Hey, Christine
Always burning since the world's been turning.
Christine says, I think he did start the fire.
We didn't light it, but we tried to fight it.
Sounds like a Mulaney joke.
Who's
that guy?
Berlin, Big's invasion, Lawrence of Arabia, British Beatlemania.
Now it's like the hippies and everything.
Beats Patterson, Pope Paul, Malcolm X, British politician, sex, JFK, blown away. What else do I have to say? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it. But control, Ho Chi Minh, Richard Nixon, back again, moonshot, Woodstock, Watergate, punk rock, Bacon, Reagan, Palestine, terror on the airline, Ayatollahs in Iran, Russians in Afghanistan, Wheel of Fortune, Sally Ride, heavy metal, suicide, foreign debts, homeless vets, AIDS, crack, Bernie gets, hypodermics on the shore, China's under martial law, rock and roll, cola wars, I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire.
I made it clear, not sure if they started the fire or not.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire.
Okay, so that was the original. So some of you may not have ever seen that before, but that is the original Billy Joel. It's kind of funny because that's actually more at the end. I know that technically
That's late Billy Joel.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Billy
It is
Joel.
late Billy Joel because technically all of his hits are in the 70s,
Yeah.
and then he had a few hits in the early 80s. That was 89.
Wow.
But then like he still had one good album in like what 92, 93.
Was that
in the middle of the night? But that's like really late Billy
Yeah.
Joel. See, technically he's really old and he still tours, but he hasn't really written anything. And like that's why, like, it's funny. I think that might even be the interview that's on your screen right now, where they're like, hey, you tour, but like, why aren't you writing anything? He's like, am I really gonna write anything that's better than what I've already written? And he's like, well, Elton John still writes music, and he's like, yeah, but I'm not Elton John. Like,
oh, hey, we just got a super sticker from Lady Rosebud. Thank you so much, Lady Rosebud.
Thank you, Lady Rosebud.
And we appreciate that. That was very kind of you.
Thank you so much. So, before we get into the Fall Out Boy version, let me just preface by saying that this channel, we have actually as a rule, we don't typically talk about politics or social political stuff or anything like that. But we're making it not an exception. We're going to watch a video that does do a lot of social political commentary because it is Fall Out Boy's version of We Didn't Start the Fire. It's not a cover of Billy Joel's version. It's more like a sequel to Billy Joel's version, whereas Billy Joel's version, all of the stuff that he's talking about ended in the 80s.
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. He covered like 4 decades.
He ends it with the Cola Wars, the Coca-Cola Wars. Better Pepsi or Coke? The answer is, of course, Coke is the better cola. But the point is that now Fall Out Boy's version does everything from 89 to now.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, the original that we just watched, there was obviously, they talk about JFK and stuff. There was obviously a lot of social, political stuff in that video, but it's so before our time.
It's like not as emotionally charged because it's like most of us didn't live through that.
But
I say most
this
of us
new version will hit for some people because it covers stuff that is happening.
And it covers everything. It covers pop culture. It covers politics. It covers major events.
Just like the original.
Even video games are mentioned a little bit. I think there might be another channel that did a little better, but we'll get there when we get there.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well,
but one last thing I want to mention to finish up on Billy Joel is you guys know.
Could you highlight AK's last comment there? He says, Pepsi. All right, some people might prefer Pepsi, but you'd also be wrong.
Also, I wanted to thank you so much, Lady Rosebugs, who says, Happy 4th to all of you Americans out there. I wanted to give a shout out to the 3 members I've seen in the chat so far, Lady Rosebug, AK, and Xanderbrow. Thank you for being members of the RichAlvarez channel. Anyway, just to finish things on Billy Joel, if you guys probably remember, we were very, very into Billy Joel and very inspired by Billy Joel. We used quite a bit of Billy Joel music, like we did for the longest time in Super Mario Bros. We used to sing that all the time. We did, our cover of We Didn't Start the Fire. So Billy Joel is a great musician, and you should listen to more of his music if you haven't already. Okay, with that said.
AK says, I prefer whatever's in front of me. That's fair.
All right. So next up, we are going to watch the Fall Out Boy video. And what's kind of interesting is, I guess the lead singer of Fall Out Boy in the description for this video. In fact, I'll just switch over so you guys can see this. So the lead singer of Fall Out Boy said, I thought about this song a lot when I was younger. All these important people and events, some that disappeared into the sands of time, others that changed the world forever. So much has happened in the span of the last 34 years. We felt like a little system update might be fun. Hope you like our take on it. So again, this is the updated version of We Didn't Start the Fire.
So I'm just laughing at Christine's comment. Is Pepsi okay? Not really, but I guess I have no choice. It's usually how that goes.
Very nice. All right. So without further ado, this is the Fall Out Boy We Didn't Start the Fire updated version that just dropped in the past week.
They call it a cover.
But really, it's the same. Yeah, it's like a cover sequel.
Captain Planet, Arab Spring, LA riots, Rodney King, deep fakes, earthquake. Earthquakes, Iceland volcano.
Billy Joel.
Cobain, Pokemon, Tiger Woods,
Pokemon.
Space Monsanto, GMOs. Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies, nuclear accident, Fukushima, Japan, Crimea Peninsula, Cambridge Analytica, Kim Jong-un, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. We didn't start the fire, it was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire, no we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. War in Afghanistan, Cubs go all the way again. Obama, Spielberg, explosion, Lebanon. Unabomber, Bobby John, bombing Boston Marathon, balloon boy, war on terror, QAnon. Trump gets impeached twice, polar bears got no ice, Fire Fest, Black Parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K, Boris Johnson, Brexit, Kanye West and Taylor Swift, Stranger Things, Tiger King, ever given Suez. We didn't start the fire,
Tiger King.
it was always
Remember when everybody
burning
was
since the world was turning.
2020, man.
We didn't start the fire, no we didn't
I
lie.
will never
Sandy Hook, Columbine, Sandra Bladder, Tammy Rice, ISIS, LeBron James, Shinzo Abe, blown away. Meghan Markle, George Floyd, Burj Khalifa, Metron, Fermi, Paradise, Venus and Serena. Michael Jordan, 23, YouTube killed MTV. SpongeBob, Golden State Killer got caught. Michael Jordan, 45, Woodstock, 99, Keaton, Beth, Busby Gore. I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we're trying to fight it. Elon Musk, Kaepernick, Texas fell electric grid. Jeff Bezos, climate change, white rhino goes extinct. Great Pacific garbage patch, Tom DeLonge and aliens, Mars rover, Avatar, self-driving electric cars, SSRIs, Prince and the Queen died. World Trade City play. What else do I have to say? We didn't start the fire. We didn't start it. It was always burning since the world was turning. We didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire.
Very nice, Sam.
People still go on and
Okay, and that was Fall Out Boy's sequel to Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire. But we all know there's one version of this song that we all prefer.
Hold on, I wanted to mention this real quick. Thank you, Trip. Trip is also a member of the RichAlvarez channel, and they said Fall Out Boy did a really great job with this one, although they didn't mention the huge historic event of a lawnmower coming to life and chasing a couple dudes around.
Oh, very nice.
Rich, you made an interesting point that I thought you should share. What was your critique about this one and the way that they structured it compared to Billy Joel?
Right. Yeah. So the big thing is that, of course, you know, when we all just watched Billy Joel's version before this, as you saw, what they did with, you know, the video and the song is that every era was, you know, a stanza or a chorus, or if you will,
and in chronological order.
And in chronological,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So he did, you know, like late 40s, early 50s, late 50s, early mid, late 60s, 70s, 80s, everything, you know. So each verse was its own era, and the eras were in chronological order. Fall Out Boy, yeah, exactly, AK. Fall Out Boy seems to just like, they just put everything from 1989 to now in a random order that rhymed and worked for them, and I thought that's a little bit lazy.
I agree. I wish that they had done it in chronological order. It would have been harder to get the rhymes right, but with some extra like creativity, they could have done it. So that was Rich's critique. My critique is I know a lot of times bands will release a lyrics video and then they'll release the official music video. I wish that they had just copied Billy Joel's video and did an updated version of it. So we got to see people's rooms and houses through the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, all the way up to the 2020s. Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff they could have done when they got through the, you know, the pandemic era. They could have obviously, you know, done, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things they could have done.
Whatever.
So anyway,
they didn't mention Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
I feel like he's pretty important.
But overall, I mean, it's a good idea. And I do like Fall Out Boy. I have a little bit of a soft spot for that like pop punk era of the 2000s. I mean, you know, Sugar We're Going Down was like the first song I remember hearing by them, and they've since kind of evolved. Yeah, Rich thinks that music is cheesy and lame, but that's because he's a little older than me, and I love that sound because it hit me at that sweet spot in my teenage years. But I think that it's cool that they did it, and it is getting our video a lot more views because people are searching the superior version.
Superior.
So with that said, we're going to do what you've all been waiting for.
It makes me think, because you just told me about this, yesterday or something.
It just came out. Like
it makes me think maybe we should make a part 2, because there's been plenty of video games since whenever we did this.
And we'll make it in chronological order, unlike Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, our video is also in chronological order.
Yeah. So without further ado, we're going to watch the Superior cover update sequel. So here we go. Also, I appreciate that we have
this guy.
We would have started with a NES, but we didn't have any NES controllers in this particular game.
Pong Defender, Space Invader, Centipede, Pac-Man, Ultima, Frogger, Pitfall Adventure, Pole Position, Donkey Kong, Punch Out, King's Quest, Mario, Duck Hunt, Flight Simulator.
Hey, that's the same song 3 times.
Bubble Bobble, Outrun, Zelda, Space Quest, Metroid, Leisure Suit, Larry, Final Fantasy, Afterburner, Castlevania, Mega Man, Maniac Mansion, Double Dragon, Battle Chess, Super Mario 3. Games are our one desire. We are always playing and we keep on playing. Games are our one desire. No, we didn't make them, but we like to play them. Prince of Persia, Golden Axe, Sim City, Tetris, Monkey Island, Commander Keen, Lemmings, Mario World, A Link to the Past, Out of This World, Sonic, Micro Machines, Wolfenstein, Flashback, Minesweeper was the scene, Mortal Kombat, Virtual Racing, and Indiana Jones, Dune 2, Street Fighter, Need for Speed, Soccer, Alone in the Dark, Super Mario Kart. Games are our one desire. We are always playing and we keep on playing. Games are our one desire. No, we didn't make them, but we like to play them. Star Fox, Salmon Max, and Donkey Kong to the max. Miss Command and Conquer, Doom, Chrono Trigger, FIFA, Soccer, SimCity, Settlers, Ridge Racer, Earthworm Jim. Let's all go play Worms again. Whoa, Virtua Fighter, Tekken, Ace Combat, Daytona, Duke Nukem, Rayman, Super Mario again, Tomb Raider, GoldenEye, and Arcade Dead or Alive, 7th Final Fantasy, Quake on the PC. Games are our one desire. We are always playing and we keep on playing. Games are our one desire. No, we didn't make them, but we like to play them. Ultima, StarCraft, Zelda, Ocarina, Resident Evil, Saturn Knights from Sega, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Metal Gear Solid, Half-Life, Unreal, Sims Beats, Empires, Pokemon, Crazy Taxi, Blizzard gives us Warcraft 3, Halo on the Xbox, and we found it really rocks. Games are our one desire.
See, it's all about adding little words. Like on the Xbox, we found it really rocks.
Games are our one desire.
It's not rhyme, just good.
But we like to play them. GTA, FF10, Smash Bros, back again, Sunshine, KOTOR, Ratchet Clank, Total War, Call of Duty, Wario, we got Guitar Hero, GameCube gives us RE4, PS2 gives God of War, World of Warcraft, Gears of War, FF12, Elder Scrolls, BioShock, Crisis Core, Wii Sports, FF4, Twilight Princess, finally, graphics good on Halo 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, what else do I live for? Games are our one desire. We are always playing and we keep on playing.
I think somebody else got it because Rich doesn't like Sunshine.
We simply on and on and on and on.
You guys like all the evolving
Games
Pokemon?
are our one desire. We are always
Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine. See, there's our Sunshine
Games
reference.
are our one desire. No, we didn't make them, but we like to play them. Games are our one desire. We are always playing and we keep on playing. Games are our one desire. No, we didn't make them, but we like to play them.
And that, Fall Out Boy, is how you do a proper Billy Joel parody in chronological order with a good music video and rhymes that make sense.
Correct.
I agree with everything that Chris just said. All right, so I think you guys know what the superior cover / sequel is. But yeah, that was pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
All right,
Well, we got one more thing we're gonna watch, right?
So, following up to the final video we're going to react to. So, as you guys know, whoops, sorry.
All I was gonna say was that the Fall Out Boy version has made me consider a sequel to Games Are One Desire. I don't know if we will, because
it would take a lot to do it right. But if I'll say this, if the rhyming could be good, because we'd have to.
I'm not afraid of the rhyming. There are plenty of games that have come out in the last 14 years or whatever that there are a lot of really good games that come. I'm not worried about the writing of the video. I'm worried about executing it. Honestly, the music video itself. I'm worried about, because the original is so classic with Austin, and even though it's very simple, I don't know how we could do something that would be. I
mean, we could literally just do the same thing, except we could get a couple people to dress up as Donkey Kong and Yoshi, and then we could literally just be, well, what do we leave off? We left off with the Wii, so we'd have to cover Wii U and Switch. It's only 2 consoles. And then I guess the other stuff that came out on PC. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about it. It would be, we probably won't do it, but on the fluke chance that we feel like we could execute it right, you never know. Anyway, any final thoughts before we move on to Smosh?
I'm good. Let's move on.
So next up, Smosh, as you guys know, finally came back. They finally made a video, so we're going to watch it now. Rich, do you want to pause and react to it as we're playing it, or do you want to play the whole thing and then comment on it?
Oh, let's just watch it and then we'll comment on it afterwards.
Okay, so here we go. So this is the new Smosh video.
Shut up! Ian, guess what day it is?
Christmas?
No.
Oh.
Taylor Swift ticket day. 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 What? How are we gonna go now? The Dark Arts!
Where did you get this?
Walmart.com.
Oh.
It's a QR code.
Step 1. Acquire human sacrifice.
Oh man, where are we gonna get a human to sacrifice?
Found a homeless guy. I heard homeless people are expendable because no one loves them.
Dude, that is incredibly offensive and problematic. They're called unhoused people.
Can I get some water?
Shut the up, sacrifice! Now let's go kill this guy.
Oh, why are you guys doing this?
We need Taylor Swift tickets.
Oh, okay, yeah, I totally get that.
Do you think we should at least take the sack off his face before sacrificing him?
I'm gonna say no. Just because if we take the sack off, then I'm gonna see his face, and if I see his face, then I'm gonna get too attached to him, and then I'm gonna feel bad, and I don't want to feel bad.
True.
Por favore, darci biglietti Taylor Swift. Mi piace scriviti.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. Do you want to summon 2 Taylor Swift tickets? or a demon.
What? When did I say anything about a demon?
Did you say summon semen?
Oh, no, I said demon.
Okay, summoning demon.
No, wait, no, that's not what I meant.
Oh, good job, idiot. Now we're never going to get Taylor Swift tickets.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we can get this demon to find us a Taylor Swift fan that has 2 tickets, and then we can torture that fan into giving us their tickets.
What?
I think it sounds like a pretty great idea.
What the hell is going on?
What is this place? Got one, just. I'll go get the torture device. You're not gonna last 10 minutes with this torture. Oh, no.
Hey, listen, man. If you just tell us where the tickets are, then we don't have to torture you.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you where I hid the tickets. You're actually not going to believe this. I actually hide them in my...
What? You hide them in your what?
All right, who's ready to get tortured? Oh, dude, what the
They have
heck
a little
is
thing
this?
Smosh
He's trying to
the
tell you he hides his tickets. He hides them in his
What? His ass?
Yep, they're in his ass.
All right, we got 2 tickets from some guy's ass to get access to exclusive bonus content and.
All right, we'll go ahead and pause that there because
It sounded like the 2 tickets to Taylor Swift was in this same like musical, like, you know, cheeseburger paradise, or like, you know, or there is a song that's like two tickets to paradise. Is that it? Or cheeseburger in.
Don't put it on there. Put it over there.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
All
what we're doing.
So, likes, dislikes. Here's what I liked about it.
It's not their best,
It's not their best,
but it's good to see them
It's not their
back for the
worst.
first time in however long.
I would overall rate this as a 7 out of 10 because when I think about previous Smosh videos, I mean, it was exciting to see them together again because they haven't been together in so long. The first time I watched this, I thought it was really, really funny. I watched it again, and when I think about classic Smosh, the ones that come to mind are Pokemon in real life. I thought a really funny one was the dubstep one where they did the sales pitch with the dubstep guy. That one was really funny. The Death Note one was really good too. So those are some of their, like, in my opinion, some of their best sketches. This one, it wasn't the best. It was good, but it wasn't like, you know, great. Some of the references I liked is I liked that they had their little like CD discs on the wall because I think that was either Anthony's room, maybe it was Ian's, I forget. That was a fun reference. I liked when they tortured him. They were going to torture him with the Smosh movie. That was pretty good. And then they did like the friendship high five thing. I have some critiques on how they could have made the video better, but I'll let Rich comment first before I share my thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, we could nitpick it to death all day, but I'm not going to because, you know, it is good to see them back together overall. And, you know, like, you know, I mean, I guess the only thing that I can compare it to, like, for me and Chris personally, is like when our first episode of Stupid Mario World was kind of like a coming back to Stupid Mario Brothers. Like, you know, after a couple of seasons of Plumber Night, we wanted to go back to doing some funny Mario stuff. And so we did Stupid Mario World. And, you know, a lot of people don't like that as much as Stupid Mario Brothers, even though personally, technically and everything else, I think that
Hard.
let me start an internet debate. I mean, it is a better show,
Disagree.
but you're not supposed to argue with me on that, Chris. Anyways, doesn't matter. So you see, like, from my point of view as a fan of Smosh, it's like, oh, you know, I don't like it because maybe the content, it doesn't seem as good to me or whatever. But I'm sure these guys think it's the best thing they've ever done. I don't, you know, like.
Shoot, you unplugged something.
What did I unplug?
Oh, I see. You hit the. Hold on, guys. There we go.
Was it the mic turned off?
Moving
or
around
something?
my stuff, turning off our power switch. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's back now.
Was it the mic?
No. It was the power cord where my laptop was plugged in. Your foot
Oh,
hit the switch and turned
okay,
it off.
all right. No, anyways, I was just
Yeah.
saying. I'm sure potentially Ian and Anthony, they think this is probably the best thing they've ever done. So just like
I mean, I watched that full interview. I don't think that they necessarily think it's the best thing they've ever done. I think that they just feel like they still have that humor, that creative humor.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Anyways, that's beyond my point. My point is that there's room for improvement, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a good start. There could have been worse starts, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think the first one was for them to just get back into the swing of things, and it was a funny video. Like the comedic timing is still there. So here's my critique on it. I felt like the ending was a bit weak. And and again, I know it's us giving them advice on how to make a funny video when they're like a million times more popular. So that aside, the obvious comparison, here's what I think could have been a stronger ending. So the whole thing is they're making a deal with the dark arts. There's an archetype for that, or like a TV trope. It's the Faustian deal. It's based off of the Faust story. So the whole thing is when you make like a wish from the dark arts, it's supposed to backfire. So the classic example is if you wish to live forever, you'll live forever, but you'll get old because you didn't technically clarify you wanted eternal youth. So there's always supposed to be a catch. So in my opinion, what would have made this a funnier video is if at the end there was like a secret ending where it backfired and they didn't get what they wanted. So what I thought would have made it funny is if the demon they summoned that kind of looked like Sauron from Lord of the Rings ended up killing both of them and then went to the Taylor Swift concert on their own. That would have been funny because then it would have been like the wish backfired. So that was my only critique, that there should have been a funnier ending where the wish backfired on. That's my thought. What do you think?
I agree.
All right.
I'm Ben Afflecking this one.
Anyway, but it is good to see them back. I think that first one showed that they do still have that sense of humor. And like I said, I didn't think it was a bad video. I just didn't think it was a great video. And I hope that as time goes on, we'll get a few more of those like really, really classic, like 10 out of 10 episodes. And I think we will. So anywho, I think that pretty much covers all the main stuff we wanted to cover today. Rich, did you have any final thoughts?
No, I wish that we had another video to talk about. Unfortunately, we don't.
That's okay. We queued up all the stuff we wanted to react to, and I say it's better to end a stream leaving people wanting more than drag it out too long. So anyway, thanks again to everybody who tuned in today. We hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July to everybody in America and the rest of the world.
And a very special happy day.
Happy day
to everyone. Have a wonderful day.
And an even more pleasant tomorrow.
Bye.
See you guys.
Please subscribe.
Burr, burr.